evening, wrestling fans. You're watching ChickFight TV. As always, I'm your host, China Mai. Are you ready for another exciting episode of ChickFight TV? And what a show we got for you today. We got a matchup with Tracey Brookes. This is her first appearance on ChickFight, and we're glad... well, it appears that we have a guest on the show today. It's APW superstar Oliver John.
First of all, Toots, get it straight. The name's Old School Oliver John. And second, I'm here to watch my match where I school Melissa about real professional wrestling, even if this crappy program doesn't deserve to show me wrestle on it.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for joining us. It's time to get back to our scheduled match. It's time for Tracey Brookes versus Cheerleader Melisa.
Okay, strong words from Tracey Brookes, Miss Brookes, here in her big match against ChickFight champion Cheerleader Melisa, right here at the Bakersfield Dome in Bakersfield, California. Let's go down to ringside. TNA knockout, Miss Brookes.
She weighs tonight at 139 pounds, hailed from Los Angeles, California.
And you hear the fans go crazy for Cheerleader Melisa. Well, John, it sounds like we're going to have an exciting match. As always, I'm Jason Dowders, joined with John Roberts here at Bakersfield Dome in Bakersfield, California, for another exciting ChickFight match. So let's get down to the ring, huh, John?
It's great to be here with you, Jason. Yes, let's get right to it. Cheerleader Melisa, of course, two-time ChickFight champion.
Tom Castor checking out Miss Brookes, and looks like she's even got some words for referee Tom Castor earlier on in this match, and he calls for the bell, and we're underway.
This is a highly anticipated matchup, Jason, between TNA knockout Miss Brookes.
Absolutely, John. Cheerleader Melisa and Miss Brookes crossed paths once, I believe it was a couple of years back at APW Gym Wars, and that was a real knockdown, teardown brawl where they battled all over the garage. And, you know, I'm real looking forward to seeing what's going to happen tonight. Collar and elbow lockup in the middle of the ring.
Melisa gaining the upper hand, taking Miss Brookes right into the turnbuckle. Referee Tom Castor calling for the break.
And look at Miss Brookes tying herself all up in the ropes. She doesn't want any of that, huh, John?
You're exactly right, Jason. That is just, she really does not want a piece of the two-time ChickFight champion, Melisa, the future legend herself. Let's face it, who would want a piece of Melisa, Jason?
Well, I'll tell you what, John. Cheerleader Melisa is obviously the fan favorite here, especially after Miss Brookes came out and just insulted all of these wonderful Bakersfield fans, and you can see Melisa just loves it. She's got every fan on their feet cheering for her. They all want to see her just take it to Miss Brookes in this match.
Collar elbow tie in the center of the ring. Melisa.
Again, Melisa with the show of power and dominance, and Miss Brookes is visibly upset.
Ooh, kicking the guardrail, and
not too smart, huh?
Exactly. Great way to break your foot, Jason. That's really gonna hurt.
And now Tracey is complaining that she pulled her hair. Tom Castor asking Melisa, and now asking the fans. Melisa, she goes right after Tracey, battles her way over Tom.
And just throwing her back over the top rope.
Brings Tracey in the hard way and goes for a quick
cover. 1, 2, and no. A quick 2 count there for Melisa. She's got the headlock in the center of the ring. It's a good way to lower your opponent.
Finally, this match is underway.
This has been a highly anticipated matchup, as we were talking about earlier, Jason. Miss Brookes has got that hammerlock in the center of the ring, but quick go behind by Melisa is able to get hold of the arm of Miss Brookes.
Tracey, the crafty veteran, telling referee Tom Castor to check the hair, and when she did, she took that opportunity to pull some hair of her own, took Melisa down, and now Melisa is pissed.
Melisa just not happy about it. You're absolutely right, Jason. Just completely pissed off, not wanting any part of that.
And I'll tell you what, John, Cheerleader Melisa is not in the ring with some diva. She is in the ring with a TNA knockout, and the TNA knockouts know how to wrestle. This is going to be a good match.
Again, another collar and elbow type, folks, in the center of the ring. Melisa with the side headlock takeover right in the center of the ring, cutting off any kind of advance that Brookes could have, but oh, the quick roll up into a 1 count only.
Melisa may have the fans on her side, and Melisa may have a little bit of the youth, but Tracey has the experience. Tracey is the crafty ring veteran in this match, and Melisa better not underestimate her.
You read my mind perfectly there, Jason. Miss Brookes can hurt you when it counts, and she's not afraid to get a little dirty when it comes down to it. Side headlock takeover again by Melisa, again, folks, there, but
into a head scissors.
Beautiful, beautiful move by Miss Brookes, showing, after all, why she is the crafty ring veteran, as you said. And pushing up with with her arms, really locking in the pressure on the throat of Melisa.
Melisa on her back. Not quite sure how she's going to escape this one. Oh, well, this is one way.
Rolling all the way through. Looked like she was trying to go for a handstand.
Almost
Cover
into a
one,
pin attempt.
two,
There you
and
go.
Miss Brookes able to bridge out, and now the chin lock applied in the center of the ring.
It looks like Melisa is definitely trying to play this match slowly and smart to her advantage. She's not going to give Tracey any chances to do any of these cheating type maneuvers. Well, as soon as I said it, Tracey starts biting at the fingers of Melisa.
That shows you exactly what you need to see, that you can never know what to expect from these women athletes, and it's great to see such two great women going at it here.
Melisa with a great takedown and starts working over the arm of Tracey Brookes.
Really wrenching that left shoulder and dropping the leg right across the bicep of Tracey Brookes, Miss Brookes, TNA knockout.
Melisa working over that arm of Tracey Brookes. Tracey gets a reversal, starts working over the arm of Melisa into an arm wringer.
Now Melisa, as you may know, Jason, is definitely a role model for all of our young female fans out there. What more can you tell us about that?
Oh, absolutely. You know, Cheerleader Melisa has been the only female to appear in every ChickFight tournament to date. And without a doubt, you know, a lot of people look to her as a spokeswoman for ChickFight because she is one of the top female wrestlers in the world today, and we're proud to have her here at ChickFight.
An important free offer for men with balding or thinning hair.
My hair looks better than what it did when I was a teenager.
I really think he looks amazing. I mean, just...
Yes, and you can definitely hear the younger female fans in the crowd cheering for Melisa.
Well, wait a second. Looks like Tracey Brookes has got the microphone. She's got something to say. Let's go down to ringside. Tracey telling Melisa she's a good grappler. Did I hear that right? Is she challenging her to a hardcore match?
That might not be such a good idea.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Tracey knows what she's getting herself into here.
This crowd strongly behind Cheerleader Melisa.
Melisa taking a walk to the outside, says, okay, give me the microphone, let me respond. And you know Melisa as well as I do, John, she's not going to back away from a hardcore match.
No, as a matter of fact, she'll embrace it like it was her own child or her own family member.
Let's see what Melisa has to say. Oh, Melisa!
Nothing needs to be said.
Melisa's response right there with an exclamation point. And you hear ring official Dylan Drake, ring announcer Dylan Drake.
Melisa!
Melisa saying she's beating the crap out of men, and
that's the truth, plain and simple.
Oh, and now Melissa's saying, let's just make it a Falls Count Anywhere match, and the fans are loving it. And you heard it, I accept. Here we go, so I guess now, John, this has turned into a Falls Count Anywhere match.
Melisa, just in between phrases, laying the boots into Miss Brooks and now dropping the elbow in the center of the ring. And you're right, Falls Count Anywhere hardcore plays right into the strengths of Melisa.
Well, I will tell you what, John, in the past, we've seen Cheerleader Melisa take a camera in her match and act as the cameraman. Now we see her being the ring announcer during a match. Is there anything this woman cannot do?
I hear you there, Jason. Looking for the clothesline, though. Tracey Brookes ducking it in the reverse neck breaker.
Great move from Tracey Brookes. She knows she's got to go for it.
Referee Tom Castor right there to call the action. And a knee to the gut of Melisa.
Backbreaker by Tracey Brookes, John. John, you got to realize Tracey's not going to mess around here. She's going to do everything she can to get a pin attempt. I think she made the challenge. She tried to get Melisa off her guard, but that did not work. And now she's going to have to take it to Melisa if she wants to get a victory out of this.
You're exactly right. Tracey Brookes throwing Melisa right out of the ring. And now mocking the fans, trying to get them to chant for her. Oh, what could she be thinking? Oh, looked like she was going to go high risk and dive outside. Oh, but she better turn around.
Never turn your back on Melisa, John.
Big right forearm smash right to the chin.
And out goes Tracey Brookes.
Melisa looking for the slam. Slamming Miss Brooks right on that exposed concrete.
And now, John, this is Cheerleader Melisa territory. I don't care if you're in San Francisco. I don't care if you're in UK. I don't care if you're in Japan. I don't care if you're here in Bakersfield. When you're on outside that ring, you're in Melisa territory. And this is when all heck breaks loose.
You're exactly right. Pulling apart our guardrails, our security team here at the Dome having to be the new guardrails. 1, 2, and no.
Good call on that, John. You see the human guardrail right there. APW crack security team. 10 minutes down in this match.
Melisa, after throwing the guardrail right onto the body repeatedly of Miss Brooks, just keeping her sandwiched between the exposed concrete and that metal guardrail.
And Miss Brooks wisely crawling back to higher ground.
Trying to find some kind of shelter, some kind of safety, but to no avail as Melisa stalking her prey right back into the center of the ring.
Miss Brooks begging her off, John.
All of the nature boy, Ric Flair, trying to plead for her own safety.
You think Melissa's gonna go for this?
It's out of control.
I doubt it. We've seen Melisa almost suckered in with something like this before, but she's learned her lesson. Oh, drops hold right into the rope. And the knee into the back.
Great move by Tracy. We talked earlier about her being the crafty veteran. Well, and look at that. Referee Tom Castor
knocked all the way to the outside.
Referee Tom Castor probably didn't expect to be getting involved in this match quite to that extent. And now we see Melisa locking in the vertebraker. Oh, and she hits it. The devastating vertebraker right in the middle of the ring.
Right
and you hear the fans cheering. That's it. It's over. One, two, three.
But there's no referee. Tom Castor was knocked to the outside by that clothesline from Miss Brooks.
Melisa realizing that Tom Castor's not there, John. She's looking around. She's going to count her own. Why not? She'll be the referee as well in this match.
I think we found the other thing that she was missing. Referee, you're absolutely right, Jason. There's nothing that Cheerleader Melisa can't do in that ring.
Referee Tom Castor completely out of our camera view here. Hopefully he's okay. Melisa looking for the official. Hopefully we can get another official to come down to ringside because this match is done.
If there's a referee in the back watching on the monitor, please, we need you out at the ring.
Melisa checking on Tom Castor ringside. He took just a vicious clothesline that seemed to catch him on the back of the head, and I don't think it was the clothesline as much as it was the fall to the outside that really kind of rung his bell, and you see Tom's having a hard time getting his wits about him.
He might be concussed. Did you see the way that his head landed on the concrete?
I did, and now Melissa's pleading with the referee, pleading with the fans. If I was Tom, I'd get in there before Melisa hits him with a vertebraker.
You're exactly right. Melisa not afraid to do anything it takes to get the pinfall. Of course, within reason, she does have her own code of ethics that she follows.
Melisa checking on the ref saying, are you ready now? And here
One,
we go.
2, 3, no! Melisa just taking too much time to go and get the referee. Miss Brooks rolling to the outside.
Melisa frustrated because she knew this match was over. She knew. And let me tell you something. For Cheerleader Melisa, with all the victories she's got, beating a TNA knockout, the level of Tracey Brookes would still be quite a feather in the cap for Cheerleader Melisa, and she knows it.
You're exactly right, Jason. A victory over such a big-name veteran, a big-name star, as Miss Brooks would be huge. And looking for the Irish whip into the ring steps.
And Tracey
Counter.
reversed that and put Melisa right into those steel steps.
Throwing the pom-poms of Melisa. And just trying to choke the life out of Cheerleader Melisa.
Tracey Brookes.
All your years in the wrestling business, Jason, have you ever seen female competition of this nature?
Let me tell you something, every ChickFight show is an absolute pleasure to be a part of because you never know what you're going to see. I'll tell you, I thought this was over when she hit her with that vertebraker, but now it looks like Tracey Brookes is definitely on top. She's choking Melisa out ever since that reversed Irish whip into those steps. You know, Tracey's been on top, and now Melissa's just trying to fight her way back out of this hole.
Oh, could she be?
Oh, look at this.
Oh, suspending her up on that barricade. Clubbing blow to the back.
And we said it earlier, John, when you're on the outside of the ring, when you're out into the fans, when you're in the parking lot, when you're outside the building, you're in Cheerleader Melisa territory, and I'd be careful if I was Tracey Brookes.
And you see all of the APW security, as you mentioned earlier, the crack security team trying to keep the fans out of harm's way.
Tracey Brookes carrying Melisa up into the bleachers. Where are they going?
We've got a cameraman in place, a couple, as a matter of fact.
Excellent production crew here at APW and ChickFight. You see, we're right in with that action. Cheerleader Melisa just taking the blows to Tracey Brookes, and they're heading up to the nosebleed seats.
Careful when you get this high. There are areas where the balcony ends, and you could wind up going for a good 20-foot drop from the top of the balcony.
Oh, Melisa just slamming Tracey's head right into that window. Looks like she caught the corner of the window sill in the cement.
That's a dangerous way to get busted open. Quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Fans moving out of the way. I'll tell you, when you come to a ChickFight event, you may think that you're sitting up in the top seats and you're far away from the action, but you never know when the action's going to come to you. And now they're exchanging forearms. And Melisa looks like she needs to get a breather. Tracey Brookes still just wailing on her.
Melisa finally able to get the upper hand again.
Look at this.
Falls count anywhere. 1, 2, and no. Sky's the limit is right as they take it all the way up there into the top of the dome.
You see Tracey Brookes and Melisa just brawling all over this building, and this has been a fantastic match to be a part of.
You're exactly right, Jason. This ChickFight match, sponsored by APW, allowing us to put this match on for you. Have these women, these awesome competitors compete at their show. We really appreciated all the love and support that APW has given us over the years.
And now you see Melisa and Tracey Brookes battling down into the concession stands, and Melissa's just dragging Tracey Brookes by the feet around this building.
Melisa, now with is that a cover? No, with the choke. Choking the life out of Miss Brooks.
Cheerleader Melisa checking out where she's at, and checking the environment, trying to decide where's the next place she's going to take Tracey Brookes' TNA knockout.
Well, the future legend, Cheerleader Melisa, taking Miss Brooks all the way up there into the top of the dome again, and right into the window again.
Oh, Tracey Brookes blocked it, but Melisa was not so fortunate. Melisa may be wishing she didn't drag her up to that window at this point.
Can you hear the impact of right from our camera crew, the impact of Melissa's head bouncing off of that glass?
And you see the fans, they are just loving every minute of it. Let me tell you something, fans, if you get a chance to see ChickFight live, if you see us in your area, whether it's San Francisco, Bakersfield, Las Vegas, the United Kingdom, you name it, we're coming to you. Do not miss your chance to see ChickFight live, because you can be a part of action just like this.
And make sure you go to ChickFight.tv for all the latest on ChickFight, as we see Melisa and Tracey Brookes, Miss Brooks, the TNA knockout, exchanging chops at the top of the Bakersfield Dome.
And Miss Brooks just rolls her way all the way down the bleachers, and now she's throwing chairs. She's doing everything she can do to escape Cheerleader Melisa.
Right over by our merchandise tables, Irish whip right into those steel chairs, that unforgiving steel of those chairs.
Cheerleader Melisa just stalking her prey in this one, and she's got her down. Looks like she's trying to pin her right down there in the middle of the chairs.
And she had a pinfall, almost the 2 count only.
Sean P. Diddy Combs
TV. And we're not finished yet.
She's looking to slam her again. Dropping her right onto a chair.
And now picking up one of those heavy chairs, and oh, just blasted her, hitting her right over the back. And now Tracey Brookes is doing everything she can to fight her way out. Melisa with a reversal.
Right into the chairs. This is dangerous territory. The fans could wind up being much more than they bargained for, much more part of the action than they originally envisioned.
You see bodies flying everywhere. You see chairs.
It's hard to call this action because everything just gets jumbled together and you have no idea what's going on. You can only imagine what's going through the mind of these competitors.
Hard to call, John, but you gotta give credit to our crack production crew. They took us around that building, up the stairs, out the windows, back down the building, and now we're at ringside again, and we haven't missed a shot.
You're exactly right, Jason. Our crack production crew always on top of everything as they head up to the entrance ramp.
Tracey Brookes back up on that entrance ramp by the big screen projector, and you got to wonder what's going through Cheerleader Melissa's mind right now. She's always surveying her environment, trying to figure out how to use the environment to her advantage.
Melisa.
And we're not, we're not going to see, no, not a vertebreaker up on the, Tracey blocks it. Oh,
look at the clothesline.
Clothesline.
Oh no, that's going to go right through our...
Oh!
The distance that Melisa flew face first.
Cheerleader Melisa just entered the Olympic long jump. You see her fly off that entrance ramp, John.
Wow, that was great, Jason. You're exactly right. Olympic long jump.
And now Tracey's going in for the kill. Melisa just not moving.
Miss Brooks grabbing Dylan Drake, the ring announcer, by the scuff of the shirt, by the tie, and just throwing it out of the way, and now slamming Melissa's face right off the steps on that entranceway.
It could be purely academic at this point. After that shot where she just flew off that entrance ramp head first into the corner of the ring, which has no give whatsoever.
You're exactly right.
It looks like it's just a matter of pinning her at this point, but Melissa's still fighting her off.
What could Melisa be thinking next? We know Melisa likes to get dangerous. Wait a second.
Oh, she's going again. A second attempt at the vertebreaker. Again. Tracey Brookes gets out of it, tells Melissa to have a seat. Oh, big clothesline.
Melisa almost going all the way off the stage there.
Melisa just had the best seat in this house and received a clothesline right out of her chair. And what's Tracey doing now?
Oh no.
You see Tracey
a modified camel clutch using the chair.
Modified, I'd say it's modified. She's got that chair wrapped around Melissa's body.
Using that chair for extra.
Look at that back. Look at Melissa's back. And
she's at a complete 90 degrees. A complete L-shaped Mr. Jason Dedrick, sir. What an amazing move.
Melissa's got nowhere to go at this point. And Melissa taps out. Melissa taps out. No, you know, it's very rare you see something like that, but we're talking about TNA knockout Tracey Brookes. What an unbelievable match. Again, crafty veteran. She knew just one more trick than Melissa knew in this match, and that's all it took.
What a great match. And you know what? It was really nice to see in the end there how much respect they had for one another.
Will you shut up? The only reason that those two Jezebels have respect for each other is because no one on God's green earth cares.
You know what, Oliver? I don't get paid enough for this, so you take the mic.
Wait, whoa, baby cakes. Why the sour face? Just like women, emotional. Well, finally, it looks like things are going to start picking up around here. Now you people are going to learn a lesson or two what I have to say about women's wrestling. But first, I want to see Melissa get the teeth just crammed straight down her throat, courtesy of old school Oliver John. Well, what are you waiting for? Play the match.
The following contest is your main event of the evening. It is scheduled for one fall with a 30-minute time limit and is for the APW Universal title. Introducing first the challenger this evening. She weighed in tonight at 139 pounds. Hailing from Los Angeles, California, Cheerleader Melisa. Standing to my left. He weighed in this evening at 235 pounds. Hailing from San Diego, California, he is your current reigning and defending APW Universal Heavyweight Champion, Old School Oliver
You know what, Melissa? When I first heard that I was going to be wrestling you, I heard a lot of talk that I wouldn't wrestle a woman. That I thought it would be beneath me to wrestle a woman. Normally that'd be the case. But you've wrestled all over the world. You just came back from Europe on a successful tour. And I've seen you. And I've seen you beat the tar out of women 1 inch of their life. I've also seen you wrestle men. You won a few, you lost a few. Now people thought there's no way Old School thinks you're worthy of a title shot at the Universal Heavyweight title.
She's worthy.
Now maybe in the win-loss column, in the co-ed matches, maybe not. But in heart, desire, charisma, going across the world, never quitting, you deserve a shot at this belt. Now there ain't no way in hell you're gonna win this belt. Melissa, you earned that. You earned that. But even though I'm gonna wipe the mat with you, you're gonna come out, win, lose, or draw, a better wrestler going into the fire with Old School Oliver John.
But I do have to say this, Melissa. When I'm training at the boot camp and you don't show up to my class, that pisses me off. So makeup class is going to be a bitch tonight. But you're worthy of it, and you have my respect, and I'm sure you'll earn it even more tonight.
Well, John, here we go. We're back here live at Gym Wars in Hayward, California. I'm Jason Dadrich, you're John Roberts, and we're going to call one heck of an exciting match. It looks like Cheerleader Melisa, ChickFight's own, has got a title shot tonight against APW Universal Heavyweight Champion Oliver John.
You're exactly right. And before the match even begins, strong words from Oliver John, not only talking about the career of Cheerleader Melisa and her travels across the globe and her heart and her desire, mentioning the fact that he will put the belt on the line, not based on her win-loss record, but on her heart, her desire. This is going to be a great matchup, but also, as Oliver John mentioned, he's going to give her some payback for missing his boot camp class.
Yeah, well, that was the part that intrigued me. He obviously showed that he's very respectful of Cheerleader Melisa and has no problem putting the title on the line. But what bothers him is she not showing up to his boot camp classes. And we all know Cheerleader Melisa keeps a very busy schedule. As he said himself, she's traveling all around the world, performing, wrestling in front of all of her fans. But she does need to attend her classes if that's where she's supposed to be.
39 pounds on 230.
I'm here at the bank to find out what
Mav TV. Exactly what you ordered.
Told Melisa she didn't use the proper technique to break his hold, and he went as far as to show her by having her put him in the hold. Melisa seems just as shocked as we are. I don't think Oliver John's taking this match seriously at all.
You're exactly right. And he's got his own APW Universal Heavyweight title on the line. You would think that in a high-profile title match like this is, he would have more focus on winning that belt.
Let's try and pick up what they're saying in the ring. Well, we know what they're saying on the outside of the ring. And I'll tell you, one of the reasons Oliver John is so confident going into this is he's just been a dominant champion in APW history. He's been one of the guys that goes down with the names of Michael Modest as far as being one of the leaders of all pro wrestling, and has just been a great person to hold that title that a lot of people have looked up to.
You're exactly right. Of course, old school Oliver John trained by the legendary Paul DeMarco, and it really shows in everything that he does.
Well, and I think Paul, I wonder if Oliver John ever missed a class at Paul DeMarco's school.
You're exactly right. If he missed one of his, oof, that would not be a good situation. Collar elbow tie up in the center of the ring.
Oliver John.
Side headlock takeover. Melisa trying to get a head scissors in.
He wasn't having any of that. He just pushed her legs away.
1-2 and no. Melisa able to roll the shoulder up. You're exactly right. Old school Oliver John.
Again, what? Hang on. Again, Oliver John. It's hard for me to hear over the fans, but it seems like Oliver John's giving her instructions on how to get out of these holds that he's applying her on. And I think I was right when I said earlier, he's treating this like it's an extended training session.
What's he trying to do? Make it seem like does he want her to win the belt tonight?
Well, he made it clear at the beginning she wasn't going to win the belt, but I think he's going to use this as a chance to teach her what she missed when she hasn't been coming to class.
That's a great point. You're exactly right.
Another lockup.
Oliver John showing the weight difference and the power difference by taking Melisa directly into the turnbuckle. Clean break.
That's what you like. Now he's telling Melisa that she should have put her guard up.
These fans really behind Melisa.
You see some photographer getting himself a little bit too involved in that match. He better keep that arm out of the way, otherwise Oliver John or Cheerleader Melisa is likely to kick it right off.
You're exactly right. Collarable type in the center of the ring again. Melisa now taking the side headlock takeover. So much for that power and strength difference. Oh, but Oliver John with the quick pinfall attempt. No.
The fans are loving every minute of this. Melisa being very dominant with that headlock.
Side headlock takeover. This time it's Oliver John trying to go for the head scissors and failing.
And Melisa has that headlock applied tight.
She's really got it cinched in. That's a good way to cut off the blood flow and the circulation to the brain. Good way to incapacitate your opponent.
Oliver John putting Melisa up in the turnbuckle once again.
And that shows the ring presence of the ring veteran.
Oh, just an insulting slap.
This time not showing any respect to Melisa, but showing her why she must put the guard up.
That was just a slap.
Oliver John making it clear that that was just a slap, and if he wanted to, he could have knocked her out. Oliver John, as we stated earlier, going into this with nearly a 100-pound weight advantage. No need to go for the cheap tactics. And again, telling Melisa to put her guard up.
That's great advice from Oliver John, otherwise someone might be walking away with no teeth at the end of the match. Melisa with the go behind off the collar elbow tie-up. Looking for a suplex, but content with taking Oliver John all the way down to the mat.
Oliver John trying to sit out.
Oh, that's a roll of 1, 2, and no.
Melisa still hanging on. Nowhere for Oliver John to go. You can see he's frustrated and angry.
Frustration building. He's arguing with the fans. The fans totally behind Melisa, trying to break the hands, and he can't, so he takes her into the turnbuckle. Referee Tom Castor calling for the break, and finally Melisa this time gets her guard up.
This time she followed his instructions. Put that guard up.
And the stiff right forearms.
She's
and a
rocking and reeling.
Oh, we're going into the war zone. The fans are picking up their chairs and scattering here at the APW garage. Melisa.
I think Cheerleader Melisa had just about enough of taking boot camp training class from Oliver John, and now she's just wailing on him on the outside. And are we going to see a suplex onto the concrete? Yes!
Ooh, did you hear the impact? Jason, did you hear that on the exposed concrete?
Absolutely. If you've ever been to the APW garage in Hayward, California, you know that that is cold, hard cement. And Cheerleader Melisa grabs a soda from a fan and just splatters it over the head of Oliver John.
That's a great way to leave an impact, leave a dent in that.
Melisa, you talk about having no fear. She is taking it to the champion.
And that straight chair shot, but that seems to have infuriated Oliver John.
I think she just woken the tiger here. Oh, big slap. Oh, another big slap to the behind of Cheerleader Melisa.
If he might want to be careful and not do that again, or he might not be walking away with that hand at the end of the night.
I don't know about that, John. I think Melisa may have bit off a little bit more than she could chew. Melisa would have probably been smarter keeping this inside the ring and keeping it technical and friendly, because I don't like where this is headed.
You're exactly right. Oliver John, Irish whipping.
Cheerleader Melisa right into that souvenir stand outside, and we're right outside. We're out underneath the moon in the sky and the stars above in Hayward, California.
And you got to thank our crack production staff here at the APW Garage. Everywhere we go, they go with us and always get us the great shot, always bring us right into the action so that we are always a part of it.
And you see Oliver John, and turnabout fair play with a little extra sauce, putting that chair down underneath her. And now you see Oliver John trying to get a chant going, but I don't think the fans are going to get behind him for this.
You're exactly right. You can hear the fans already chanting for Melisa, the future Legend Award recipient.
Cheerleader Melisa reaching for something, but
and taking her by the hair and just throwing her right into our security team here. And now the boot to the forehead, right to the apex of the forehead. What could Oliver John be thinking next? Now he's got a soda.
Oliver John getting a soda can of his own, John.
Old school going a little new school.
Oh, jeez. And
take-
Melisa is just out.
I think she might be busted open.
I think we've seen about enough. I think Oliver John has proven his point.
He ought to
Might be time just to end this one, and so Melisa can live to fight another day.
And I think Oliver John heard you with that one, Jason. Throwing with force Melisa back into the ring. Looking like he's going to get ready to end it here.
This, you know, you may not like his style, but you got to admit it's effective, John. Whether it's a man, woman, baby, dog, cat, Oliver John's going to beat the snot out of it until it gives up, gets pinned, or runs out of the building.
You're exactly right. And it looks like Oliver John could be thinking,
oh! Well, Melisa found a way to take down the champion, that's for sure.
I
And she
spoke
goes
too
for a
soon.
quick
1,
win.
2, and no!
Oh, it could have been all over right there.
We almost crowned a new APW Universal Champion.
And you hear the fans just explode.
I was about to say,
how is Melisa even moving after that beating she just took?
We've seen this
Oh, and a
before.
big curb stomp.
The curb stomp from Melisa. Now rolling, attempting to roll over.
And Oliver John fighting it.
But it's that
he doesn't
100
want to go anywhere.
It's that 100-pound weight difference you mentioned earlier. Melisa just pounding it back. Could she be thinking another?
Oh,
curb
another
stomp?
one. John, this could be it.
Now the trouble with rolling him over is all that dead weight. She gets it of 1, 2, and no. Oliver John somehow powering his way out.
Oliver John is far from done.
I was saying earlier that Oliver John looked like he was going to go for that pile driver, like he could be thinking it, but I think the tables have turned. Oh!
Cheerleader Melisa just hitting him with everything she's got. It's like chopping down a tree, isn't it?
You're exactly right. Oliver John, no one to go down, and that big right forearm. Cover new champion. No! Oliver John somehow kicking out.
Look at Cheerleader Melisa, just the tenacity and the drive. She's not going to give up.
Picking up speed.
Oh, big lariat, and that's got to be
1, 2, 3.
That's it. That's it.
Old school Oliver John retains the APW Universal Heavyweight Championship.
APW Universal Heavyweight Champion, Old School Oliver John.
Ha! Did you see that clothesline? I almost knocked her head off. Okay. Maybe I have some respect for you, Melisa. Not many people, especially women, can hang with Old School in the ring. But remember your place, Melisa. It's with everyone else beneath me. As for you, you're now watching Old School TV. Nothing but... What? What do you mean we're out of time? You know what? Screw this. If any of you real wrestling fans want to see more of Old School, go to clickWrestle.com. You know what? I'm not paid enough for this either. I'm out of here.